Hello, warm welcome back to my channel, Dr. Sirisha's Management Lectures. In this video, we'll try to understand those phrases which we are not supposed to use while we are conducting a meeting or a meeting, any kind of meeting, online or offline meetings. Okay, as a leader, as a manager, you are not supposed to use certain phrases or certain sentences, because even though your intention might be right and genuine, they may convey a different meaning, and it may not really go very well with the staff members. Let us see what they are. Okay, first one, we are going to wait 5 minutes for everyone to join. Since the pandemic, we are all very much used to online meetings, right? Through different platforms like Zoom or anything like that. Okay, so when you schedule a time, when you give a time of meeting for your members, and the very first sentence when you say like this, like we are going to wait 5 more minutes for others to join, it immediately, demoralizes the people who have already joined the meeting right on time. It does not recognize that value of their punctuality. Okay, so and also it conveys a meaning that we are going to wait for them, means as if you are straight away giving them an excuse, a solid excuse, a valid excuse to be late, which is not definitely right thing. Okay, so don't use that. And there will be people who are late, of course. Okay, so as a leader, instead what you can do is, like, maybe you can give kind of a prep talk, or some say hello, hi kind of interaction, not straight away jumping into the main core of the meeting. Maybe that is how you can rephrase, or you can start a meeting, rather than saying we are going to wait for 5 more minutes or 10 more minutes or whatever, for those who did not yet join. Okay, so that is thing. Next, you are on mute. Again, online meetings, online stuff, we are so much used to that for the past 2 years. So if you are not able to hear the other person, and the other person did not unmute himself or herself, this is not something you can directly say that you are on mute, because see, we are all used to that, pressing that mute button. Okay, so if you say this directly, it conveys a meaning that the other person is committing a silly mistake by not unmuting himself or herself, and that may make him feel offended or feels silly for the other members also. So instead, what you can say is, like, if you are saying something, I'm not able to hear it. If you rephrase it like that, instead of saying you are on mute, or you did not click your unmute button, instead of saying this directly and making the other person feel so embarrassed or silly, you can try saying, if you are talking something I'm not able to hear, then immediately the other person will understand, he'll do whatever he's supposed to do. Okay, next, we are building the plane while flying it. Okay, we are building the plane while flying it. As a leader, when you are conducting a meeting, either online or offline, there may be issues that may be popping up suddenly, which for which you are not prepared. Okay, or sudden new ideas, or sudden new perspectives, or something which you are not thoroughly prepared for, or you are not planning it on that particular meeting. If something pops up suddenly, somebody contributes something all of a sudden, so you are not prepared to face that, or you are not prepared to handle that particular issue at that particular time. So this is like a metaphor. We are building the plane while flying it. It implies that we are not prepared to handle that particular situation or that particular topic at that particular time. Okay, so instead of saying this, you can maybe rephrase it and say it more, more conveniently, like something which you have brought up is not on the agenda of this meeting. Maybe we'll discuss it in a different meeting. Because when you say this, like where we are building the plane while flying it, then obviously it will crash. So it shows a kind of unpreparedness on your part. So don't say that. If something which is beyond the scope of that particular meeting comes up suddenly, then you can handle in a better way rather than showing your or displaying your or expressing your unpreparedness to face that issue. Okay. Next, let's take this offline. This is another phrase, like again, something different or something which is not on the agenda comes up, and you want to postpone that discussion or that issue to a later point of time. So if you say this, let's take this offline, immediately the person who is proposing a different idea or a different point of view, he may feel or she may feel offended or not so listened to. Okay, so instead you can say like this is something very important and we may have to reschedule a different meeting to discuss this particular idea. Okay, so don't bluntly say let us take this offline. Okay, don't shut them up. Okay, instead you can say like that so and so point is a matter of importance and we can rearrange a meeting for that again sometime later, or give them a specific time or specific date to discuss that. Okay, next, I'm going to give you 10 minutes of your life back. I'm going to give you 10 minutes of your life back. Suppose, for example, your scheduled meeting, you are able to finish it off well within the time. And you maybe 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 15 minutes early. Okay, don't use this word, this sentence. I'm going to give 10 minutes of your life back because we are able to close it or wrap it up 15 minutes or 10 minutes early. So there is a lot of, negativity, negative sense attached to this sentence, as if you are forcefully taking their life from them, or forcefully you are imposing something, or this meeting is something not mutually contributing. It is one-sided bombardment. Okay, so all those negative sense is being carried with this statement, even though you are meaning it in a positive way that we have wrapped it up 10 minutes early. Okay, but this is not how you can express it, right? Instead, you can say something like, since you are all very productive and very attentive and very contributing, we are able to wrap this up 10 minutes ahead of the scheduled time. So this is conveying a very positive, very mutually contributing idea. Okay, and that meeting is very, very helpful and mutual and inclusive. Okay, so these are the phrases. Try not to use them. Thank you.